diving super fast into history, computer history, with long jumps, from the time when an American professor ran a wire across campus, electrified it, and used it to ring a bell at the far end of campus, to the invention of Morse code as a way to transmit information fast and far distances, from mechanical typewriters and teleprinters that were later adapted to mainframe computers, to the creation of Request for Commons 20, US ASCII, humans have invented and discovered a lot in the last 200 years. And focusing particularly on US ASCII, which has 7 bits that allow the representation of 128 code points, being that the first 32 are control codes that you will use for controlling devices, all devices, and also for magnetic tapes. And all of the other codes from that being the alphabet and numbers and punctuation, humans have discovered a way to use on and off, or 1 and zeros, to represent language. Now, US ASCII has been a great American invention, but very pragmatic towards their particular needs, and very insufficient when it comes to represent more than 8,000 languages. For example, if we grab my name, it can't actually be accurately described in US ASCII because of the lack of the acute accent on the E. And the way that this basically works is, if you look at this table 1, from the first row where you have 64, 32, 16, and so on, you have a stream of bytes, so you have like 7 bytes, and if it's a 1, you'll add the value that is on the top, and when you sum them all together with the bytes that you have on your right, that will give you a number, 65, 110, 120. And that can then map to a character to be displayed on the screen. I stress again that US ASCII is not 8 bits, it's not an octet, it's 7 bits. And perhaps I could forgive the Spanish department responsible for issuing my driver's license. However, it's the second time that it comes wrong, because the first time they got the surnames order wrong, but my first name was right. They had the acute E there, but this time around they came with the order right, but it's missing the E.
So, André, at least you didn't got like a SQL error, or or you didn't got a call and said, "Hey, man, why did you just crash half my database?"
Yeah, the first error was actually quite interesting, because in Portugal we have first the surname of our mother and then our father, and in Spain they have it the other way around. So when it came, you know, I had to correct it because I have other documents that need to match exactly the same order. But this one, when I saw it, I just had to laugh because I thought it was really funny. Now, because US ASCII is limited, and to be able to represent other languages, US ASCII got extended throughout the years. Other car sets were developed, and we have examples here of what they are. But it got to a point that it was really complex because different manufacturers had their own thing, and when they needed to translate from one car set to another, it was messy. And this is where Unicode came in. And Unicode allows you to map 150,000 characters, more or less. Not so many, but almost 150,000, which is way more than 128. And it's really pretty smart also, because you can represent most characters, well, some characters with only 8 bits, but if you need more, then you can have 16, and then if you need more, you can have 32. So it's a variable length car set.